I believe that two people are connected at the heart, and it doesn't matter what you do, or who you are or where you live. There are no boundaries or barriers if two people are destined to be together. You know it's love when all you want is that person to be happy, even if you're not part of their happiness. If you love someone, you say it, right then, out loud. Otherwise, the moment just passes you by. I don't get angry very often. I lose my temper rarely. And when I do, there's always a legitimate cause. Normally I have a great lightness of being. I take things in a very happy, amused way. I just want to make a point that it's not just great teachers that sometimes shape your life. Sometimes it's the absence of great teachers that shapes your life, and being ignored can be just as good for a person as being lauded. You have to be smart enough not to dismiss where you came from. It may not be all we are, but it makes up for a great deal. I could have been a dental hygienist with nothing bad ever appearing in print about me, but that's not how I've chosen to lead my life. I knew that you put yourself under a microscope the more famous you become. They say I can open movies, and that's nice in that it puts into people's minds that women can do it. It's not just Kevin Costner, not just Arnold Schwarzenegger. Not just the guys. It's my privilege and honor to cook 3 meals a day for my family, and it's a luxury on a level that I didn't even realize, because it can be relentless for me on some days. You have pride in how you take care of your family. I like a good old-fashioned fist fight if people are pissed off at each other. I just feel like if you're really mad and want to have a fight, then put your dukes up. Light and funny has a more compelling quality when you're younger. But I haven't abandoned the genre. I love Falling Down, I love Lucille Ball. It's just that a lot of those stories revolve around problems that I can't convincingly portray at this age. I was fortunate to work a lot, and I worked hard, and I was very devoted to that, and then I earned this jewel box of a life that I felt completely entitled to. Let's get a couple of things straight. It hasn't been years and years since I made a movie. I'm not coming back from the dead. I've just had 2 kids. I have no intention of retiring, but I do think it's impossible to do movie after movie, because there aren't that many good films made. I never really did years of movie after movie after movie, but when you've got 3 toddlers in the house you're performing all day long. Anyway, with puppet shows and stories, I act around the clock. People talk about this Julia Roberts almost like it's a cup of Pepsi. People think Julia Roberts is something they created. The fact is, 26 years ago, there was this scrunched up little pink baby named Julia Roberts. I am a girl, like anybody else. The body is a great machine, and it knows how to take care of itself. I think more often than not the things we do to our skin or our bodies can hold it back from doing its proper job. I did get to keep the wedding dresses from Runaway Bride. They're all boxed up in my garage. I've never opened them. It'll be fun one day when Hazel is taller. She can play dress up with her friends. Los Angeles is such a town of show business, and I'm a terrible celebrity. I find it difficult. It's the beast that must be fed. There's this big wheel of pictures and articles that goes around, and you get pinned on it. Snow White is an old fairy tale, so obviously the idea of vanity and obsession with youth is long-standing. With today's science, people have become crazy with trying to move their face around. It's bizarre. It's unfortunate that we live in such a panicked, dysmorphic society where women don't even give themselves a chance to see what they'll look like as older persons. I want to have some idea of what I look like before I start cleaning the slates. I couldn't be an ingenue today, because the business has changed. I remember when you could dress for a premiere just by putting on a cute top. Now you have to be perfect and fabulous in every way, or you're ridiculed. My life at home gives me absolute joy. There are some days when, as soon as you've finished cooking breakfast and cleaning up the kitchen, it's time to start lunch, and by the time you've done that, you're doing dinner and thinking, there has to be a menu we can order from. I love romantic comedies. I like to watch them and I like to be in them. It's something that's increasingly difficult to find that spark of originality that makes it different than the ones that come before.